never been up here before in our studios. For goodness sakes, there's quite a few of you. Anybody who would like to do a little tour after the show is over, well, I'd be happy to take you around. We have these concerts semi-occasionally. We were down for a while during the pandemic shutdown, but it's a wonderful pleasure now to be back to regular free lunchtime concerts on Fridays here at the WHQR studio. This used to be called Box Lunch, but these guys aren't going to sing any Bach, and so a little Bach would be a good idea. As you probably know, the classical music is my thing at WHQR, but in fact I love music of all descriptions. I always loved barbershop harmony, but if you want a little classical music lesson, it's called a cappella close 4-part harmony. Did I get that right? Got that right. And it's just one of the most euphonious sounds in the whole world, particularly when the people are so friendly, which barbershop singers generally are. So I'd like to welcome you and invite you to sit back and take a listen. Just a couple of orders of business first. If you've got a cell phone in your pocket, you know what to do. I mean, hey, well into the 21st century. Second thing is, if you want to subscribe to WHQR's mailing list, there's a little sign on the desk over there that has a QR code that you can scan or see one of us, and we'll give you a written list that you can sign your name in old-fashioned writing. Final thing is that tonight is the closing show of this marvelous, huge woodblock print exhibition that we've had running for the past 6 weeks or so. We invite everybody to come up and have a little beer or wine and chat with the artists and whatnot. It's a great way. It's part of the last Friday gallery walk downtown. It's a great way to just have some fun with your friends and meet the artists, and some of us will be wandering around too. So feel free to come on back, okay? But right now, let's have some music. Brian Hughes is the ringleader now.
Thank you so much.
We're singing hi neighbor, what do you know and what do you say? Hi neighbor, throw all your worries away. We're here to entertain you in the barber shop style. Hi neighbor, we're the Cape Fear Chordsmen, so throw your cares and troubles aside for a while. It's time to sit down and relax and have a good time. We're singing hi neighbor, my neighbor. Now's the time to say hi. Now's the time to say hi. One, two, one. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, almost heaven. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River, parking meters and all kinds of concrete, right? Well, we're getting ready to do that, transform your place, so to speak, by having a show. It's our first annual show in quite some time because of everything that everyone else has been going through. And singing got hit pretty hard, as you probably heard. So we didn't get to have an annual show to present our things for quite some time. So I want to present to you Louis Petroni, our president, to tell you a little bit more about our show.
Yes, our show is coming up June 3rd. It's Saturday, June 3rd. It's a little more than a month from now. So give you plenty of time to buy tickets and make your parking arrangement, whatever. So it's at, first of all, the show is called Message in a Bottle. And so that little mysterious thing there is for you to come out and find out what. It's going to be at Pine Valley Methodist Church, which is on 3788 Shipyard Boulevard. They're on Shipyard Boulevard, and they have a sort of auditorium. It's called the Christian Life Center. That's a nice facility with a stage and lots of seating. I think it seats 500 people. So it's a great facility, and we're looking forward to being there. So again, that's Saturday, June 30th. It's a 2:30 matinee. So it's we figure that's a good time for everyone to relax and kick back and enjoy a family-oriented show that is going to be very entertaining. And best of all, tickets are only $10 for $10 each, $10 a piece. So we're practically giving away the seats. So there's that. And if you want to find out more, or you can also get tickets online at our website, which is Cape Fear Chordsmen.com. So if you just remember our name, Cape Fear Chordsmen.com, and then you'll find that I think it's right in front and center on that title page there, how to get tickets. So, and there's also a phone number, you can call that, and that's our hotline, that sort of thing. So, we hope you'll come and see us again, and see us in our full bloom with all accoutrements of funniness and entertainment and great singing.
Awesome. Thank you. Before we go on, it takes a lot of people to make a show like this happen. Thank you, Bill Chase, right over here doing some of our tickets and promotion from via Hajipano. I can't ever get it right. And I got it right that time. And then our creative chair, Wade Jim Bader, that's our creative chair. So
I bought my ticket to the show already.
So we hope to see you there. So we're going to now set up a scene for you. It's a hot summer day, and there's a couple that they're giving each other the googly eyes, and they decide they want a little privacy, and where best to find it? Under the board. 5, 6, 7.
When the sun beats down and burns the tar out on the road, and your shoes get so hot, don't you tire your feet, provide a room under the boardwalk, down by love under the boardwalk. Boardwalk. Pass me by one summer day, flash those big brown eyes my way, and oh, I wanted you forevermore. Now, baby, I'm not one that gets around, swear my feet stuck to the ground, and though I never did meet you before, I said hello, Mary Lou, goodbye, heart. Goodbye, heart. I said, sweet Mary Lou, I'm so in love with you. I'm in love with Mary. I knew, Mary Lou, that we'd never part. So hello, Mary Lou, goodbye, heart, goodbye, heart. Saw your lips, I heard your voice. Believe me, I just had no choice. My horse is good, make me stay away. Calling out a moonlit night, arms around you, good and tight. That's all I need to see for me to stay. Hello, Mary Lou, goodbye, heart. Goodbye, heart. I said, sweet Mary Lou, I'm so in love with you. I'm in love with Mary. I knew, Mary Lou, we'd never part. We'd never part. So hello, Mary Lou, goodbye, heart. Goodbye, heart. Hello, Mary Lou. I'm in love with you, yes. Hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. I said hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart.
Little background. So we have in our repertoire what are called polecats. Basically, they're songs that everybody learns all over the world. We can get together and sing with each other in stairwells and places like this that have a lot of echo, because that's what we feel like we sound best, right? And that's from our Polecat 2 book, Hello Mary Lou, and it was actually pretty much a polecat before it was published in that book about 15 years ago. And so that's a great one to share because a lot of people recognize it. Now the next song's kind of familiar outside of, it's very familiar outside of the barbershop world, and it's starting to become more familiar because of the arrangement. It's an attainable arrangement, but it also points to how music can shift over time. This song was actually written as a protest song when there was a conflict between the people and the government of a specific country, and we'll not even bring it up because we're not going to talk politics in here right now. But it was a protest song when it first came out, and we're going to actually bring up a special guest. We have started across a bridge, so to speak, called Everyone in Harmony. And what we have done as a chapter is embrace Everyone in Harmony, and there's going to be a new mixed barbershop group that's starting in Wilmington. So it will be both men, women, anything you identify as, come and be a part of what we're doing with our mixed chorus in Wilmington. And we are so excited about that opportunity. So we're going to bring up Thea, who is our representative for the new chorus, mixed chorus, a cappella. Spirit, would you welcome Thea? And she is going to join the Cape Fear Chordsmen on a song because she has a high voice and we need that help. So this is that former government protest song. I think you'll be a little surprised at what it might be.
Wind
come out and give a try in Wilmington on something that's not been able to be done for a while. This mixed barbershop harmony. Thanks again for listening to that, and thanks to you for your help. All right, so we do several things through the year beyond our annual show. One of the things we were able to start soon after COVID started having a little bit of waning was singing Valentine's, because we can keep a distance. And so we're going to kind of explain what that is, in case this year you want to get yourself out of the doghouse at Valentine's Day, or just express your love, I mean, is what I meant to say. But what we do is we come around and we bring a quartet, we bring a rose, and we sing a lovely song to you and your significant other, whether you're there or not. So we can even have them delivered to work, we can have them delivered to the most embarrassing places you can think of, or we can even deliver them to your home if that's what you prefer. So one of the songs that you would possibly hear, we're going to do as a chorus first. I previously talked about polecats, right? You remember what those were? They're songs that we all learned that we can sing together all over the world. And this is arguably one of the most popular or recognized ones amongst barbershoppers. The actual name of it is Story of the Rose, but it's subtitled Heart of My Heart. And this is what you might hear from a quartet, but we're going to do it as a chorus. Decided that the name was too long. So this is the previous name. The Society for the Preservation and Encouragement of Barbershop Quartet Singing in America,
Incorporated.
Pretty much a mouthful, right? So what they decided is that they would change it to the Barbershop Harmony Society. So that's a little easier to do. But if you notice in that first one, it said all of that business about barbershop quartet, right? You heard all that. Didn't you hear that? Did you hear that? So, is there another, you have another name for that, don't you?
Yes. I thought you were ignoring me.
I wasn't ignoring you. Now you see what I go through every day.
BSQSA stands for the Society for Barbershop Inclusive.
I don't know.
Baritone days. Society for the Preservation and Encouragement of Barbershop Quartet Singing in America.
Incorporated.
But since everybody picks on baritones, and we're the glue that puts the whole chorus together, we decide that SPBSQSA really means some people, especially baritones, should quit singing altogether.
Can everybody? So my kids say that I need a shirt that says "Walking Dad Joke." I'm going to get one for you. So, walking baritone joke. But no, we're going to bring up now a quartet. This might be a quartet you would have come out for the Singing Valentine's event, and this might be what you would hear us sing. Oh, you're going to make me do this side. drives you crazy. Hold on, maybe it's good stuff that drives you crazy. You kind of have to listen to these lyrics and see which one it is.
With the beat, beat, beat of the heartbeat and the bang, bang, bang of my brain, got a girl that's driving me crazy, and I think we're gonna go insane. You think love is a fool's game? Well, buddy, maybe you're right. Got a girl that's driving me crazy, and I think we're gonna see her tonight, 'cause instead of blue eyes and all the girly charms. And now tonight's the night, she's in my arms, yes, in my arms. One day you'll find a girlie, and then you'll understand that a girl can drive me crazy, and she'll have a real palm of her hand. Beat, beat, beat of a heartbeat, and bang, 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 my brain. Got a girl that's driving me crazy, and I think I'm gonna go insane. It's the blue eyes and all the girly charms. And now tonight's the night, she's in my arms, yes, in my arms. One day you'll find a girlie, and then you might understand that a girl can drive me crazy, and she'll have you in the palm of her hand. She'll have you in the palm of her hand. She's gonna have you in the palm of her hand, of her hand, of her
So I don't know in that song. That's why I'm a lyric guy. I love lyrics, and you can't really tell in that song if it's good or bad depending on what part of the song you're in. So we'll just say it's good. The whole thing's good. They drive us crazy in an amazing way, right, guys? So we'll continue on with our next song. This is actually a medley of songs. We are getting ready to do an appearance of Church Day after tomorrow, and this is one of the songs that we'll be doing there. I think you'll recognize both of the songs in this medley.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I've got a home in glory land that outshines the sun. I've got a home in glory land that outshines the sun. I've got a home in glory land that outshines the sun. Way beyond the blue. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine on me and shine on you. Gonna tell what the power of love can do. Gonna let my little light shine.
I'm not trying to check the time, I'm just making sure I'm in the right order here. So here's one of the things that happens in barbershop. You know, you've heard other sayings that the show's not over until. In barbershop, the show's not over until the audience sings. Uh-oh, people just... I have the best seat for watching the reaction. The audience sings. Oh! No one gets to run for the door, it's locked. Okay, so, just kidding, it's not, just in case you know. We're going to teach you what's called a tag. Tags, for those of you that are in classical music, is the coda. And in our music, it essentially says, the song's just about being ahead. And we use them for a very specific reason. We get to do a small portion of the song and perfect it or make it as good as it can be and when you're standing in a corner with 4 other guys in a short amount of time. This song is called When It's Sleepy Time Down South. This is arguably one of the easiest tags that we do. So we're going to teach it to you right now. Are you ready for the words? Everybody concentrate. When it's sleepy time down south.
When it's sleepy time down south.
Okay, think you got that? All right, so now I'm going to teach you what's called the lead part. Now, the lead part in any barbershop music, I'm going to do an educational piece while I'm teaching this, is the melody most of the time. When we were talking about its close harmony, we also say that barbershop are 3 parts surrounding the melody. 3 parts surrounding the melody. So it's close harmony, 3 parts surrounding a melody. So the lead goes like this. Can I get a pitch for this one? It's really easy. You have 2 total notes. When it's sleepy time, you hold that while somebody else does something. Down south. So let me repeat that. When it's sleepy time, down south. You feel it up there, down here. So if you have that voice, here we go. Ready? When it's sleepy time, down south. Now I'm going to teach you the rest of the parts, but if you don't remember any of the rest of the parts, you can do that one, okay? So we'll come back to that and check it. So that's the melody in this tag. The bass section, they're the guys that get to sing the harmonic foundation. So they're the 1s, the 5s, the 4s. If you know anything about music, that's your tonics, that's your subdominant, that's your subtonic. It's all, but it's the stuff that keeps it together harmonically. So here's the bass part. When everybody starts on the same note, we'll let them help us. Ready? When it's sleepy time. When it's sleepy time down south. Now, I am not a bass, and I can almost sing that, so you should be fine. When it's sleepy time down south. You can do that. Okay, here we go. When it's sleepy time down south. Pretty easy, right? So now let's see how those 2 fit together. We've got the melodic bass of everything we're doing, and then the harmonic basis of everything we're doing. So, when it's sleepy time down south, when it's sleepy time down south. Okay, here we go. When it's sleepy time down south. 2 of the 4 parts of there, everybody cheer for yourselves. Now we have the fun part. Okay, this is the part that gets a little movement. Remember when I said hold that 1 note and somebody moves? This is the tenor part. When it's sleepy time down south. And it should be just done like this. Okay? So we repeat that one. It's a little bit more complicated. When it's sleepy time down south. Let's try that together if you can remember. Here we go. When it's sleepy time down south. For those of you that are music theory people or read music, when it's sleepy time, whole step up a half, then back down to the original south. Okay, just so you know where that's going. All right, so we've got the basis of the harmonics, we've got the melodic, we've got the tenors. They're supposed to keep us in tune, make it all sparkly. Then we have the baritones. Everybody say, oh. You know what they get? The leftovers. So think after you go out and they give you a doggy bag you look at it and you go, that doesn't look as appetizing as this kind of thing. That's the baritone. Okay? So here's what the baritones do. Actually, they have a really nice part in this particular tag. But they do tend to get the leftovers. So all of the harmonies have to do a certain thing, and they'll get what's left to make it fill in. So here we go, baritones. When it's sleepy time, down south. It doesn't sound very pretty, but you're going to try that with us. When it's sleepy time, down south. When it fits in, you'll be like, ooh. Okay? So here we go. When it's sleepy time, down south. So, as I said, you've got that leftovers on the paper plate, you're like, that doesn't look as good. But then you put it in the microwave, and you heat it up, or the air fryer, and you get it back out, and you go, ooh, it tastes just as good as it did. That's what the baritones do. So when they sing with the rest of the parts, you'll be like, I get the joke. All right, so let's try all 4 parts. I want you to pick one. Ready? Can I get a new pitch? We're probably down. See, this is what happens when you don't have a well-tempered instrument, right? Right? When it's sleepy time, down south. Give yourself one! I'm saying we have done what we came here to do, but we're going to have to leave soon. And that makes us sad. And this song is about that very thing in a relationship. Except somehow, even with the sad lyrics about breaking up, it sounds happy. Some of those very confusing mid-50s to late 50s songs where, hey, we're going to talk about breaking up. So, hope you enjoy. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, go.
Down, doobie-doo, down, down. Come on, down, doobie-doo, down, down. Come on, down, doobie-doo, down, down. Breaking up is hard to do. Don't take your love away from me. Don't you leave my heart in misery. If you go, then I'll be blue. 'Cause breaking up is hard to do. Remember
It used to be Keep America Singing, and about 25 to 30 years 5,000 people in Pittsburgh in a stadium singing this song together at the same time. So if you know it, if you've ever heard it, sing along with us. If you're a barbershop, right up here, we've got a guy who's a barbershop in California. Join us for 2 weeks Midland. You live here now? Oh, well, you better come back. All right, here we go. We're going to sing Keep the Whole World Singing. So there are varying theories, but in the mid to late 1800s, when barbershop was at its height before it became formalized, that's a whole other story. People were singing around pianos in their homes, but they were also singing in commercial establishments such as barbershops. And it was primarily in the African American community where they were singing in those barbershops, and that is what stuck. That is one of the prevailing theories. There's really not a substantiated answer to that, but that's the prevailing theory. Yep. Anything else? Yeah.
How do you mix the voice ranges up in the group as a stand?
That is a very good question. I try to encourage everyone possible to go to either the tenor or baritone, even though they want to sing lead and bass. But as a director, that's difficult because you have such a wide variety of voice ranges. But we tend to get a lot of people that want to sing the lead. No offense, leads, I am one. But it's the melody, so it's the most familiar. It's the easiest thing to do. So a lot of times we'll start someone on lead, and I will hear something in the timbre of the voice, or someone else will tell me that they hear something in the timbre of the voice that leads me to ask them to be in another part. We just had another guy join our ranks about 8 to 10 weeks ago, a guy named Eric. He started on lead, and the first night I was listening to him sing, I thought, oh, that's a baritone timbre. Not just because I needed a baritone. I asked him if he would be willing to sing baritone, and he said, absolutely, yes, I'm going to try. He's doing great in that area. So there's another
line. A little bit about what the various parts, the ranges of the
without having it written, it's essentially...
Well, basically, the lead part is kind of a baritone range, okay? Second tenor, from if you're glee club and stuff, what would be the second tenor? And that's one of the things that makes barbershop interesting is the melody part is generally the second highest voice. And then you have the tenor sings above that, and that's usually, most of us are falsetto tenors. I mean, I'm a bass, and I'm singing tenor, but anyway, you have that part, and then you have the bass as the foundation, and then you have the baritone, which is really kind of in the same range as the lead, and like he says, with the timbre of the voices is what makes it. And the guys, the guys that like to sing harmony, they're the ones that get off the lead.
And then your bass is just, again, it's just a lower set voice.
So
Yeah.
Does the size of your group change? Do you add and subtract?
Significantly. Our group, depending on the group, we've got a pretty decent representation today, but we had a rehearsal this week at 30. And so it just depends on who's available. We live in a retirement area, so guys tend to be like, oh, I'm going to the Mediterranean this week. So things like that happen with us. But for instance, some of the courses in the country right now are 150 or better. There's a couple of courses in Sweden that top out at 200. So and then there are smaller groups that are more selective. So they audition people stringently. We don't do a stringent audition. We haven't really done a lot of auditions. So
How often do you rehearse?
once a week on Tuesday evenings, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock at the Temple Baptist at 18th and the Market. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit more about the mixed chorus that started out?
Yeah, the mixed chorus, they've been doing a little rehearsing with guys popping in and out, about 4 girls that are already part of that.
Are some of your guys in that mixed chorus?
They are, we have a few guys that are crossing over into both groups. So, we'd love to have some more people to be a part of it, because a lot of times people have church choir experience, which is usually mixed, and so that's comfortable for some people. So you don't have to be in both groups to do acapella. Yeah?
What's the origin of the term polecat?
Okay. So barber pole, okay, is the origination of the pole, and then barber pole cat from what I understand, and I don't have anything written down that confirms this, is that we're some pretty cool cat singers. I don't know if that's true or not. Anybody else know anything that I don't? Okay.
Well, cats have, one more question. Cats have 9 lives, and there's 12.
Yeah.
So you wanted us to think about the outfits the whole time. What came first, the red glasses or the red shirt?
I have varying colors of glasses that go with all my outfits. I'm that guy. Sorry. Yeah, what else? Well, this is evolving quickly.
Do you have a classical training?
Yes, I went to Indiana State University and was classically trained in my undergrad on tenor, solo voice, and French horn. So, yeah.
What was the occasion for the 6,000 people singing in Pittsburgh?
The International Barbershop Convention. Once a year, the International Barbershop Convention is held in various cities throughout the United States. It was actually in Charlotte, North Carolina last year, and it will be in Louisville, Kentucky this year. That particular year was in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Do you have to have formal training to join?
Not at all. I was hoping someone would ask that. I usually try to leave that open. But yes, we have learning tracks. So you don't really even have to read music. Now, reading music, as I say, isn't difficult. If the note goes up, sing higher. If it goes up a lot, sing a lot higher. You know what I'm saying? So it's not super hard to read music, at least close to it, because we have learning tracks that we provide so people can listen to it and learn their part. Good question.
But it does help to be able to sing. I would love to come along and sing with you guys, but I am a barely taller.
Barely. I saw one more hand out there, yes.
Back to your question on your education, what's your real job?
What is my real job? Wow, that is a good question. I am an interested in everything person, so over time I've done several things, and right now I'm writing and building a business as a subscription author. But I do a lot of music, so that keeps my head above water and keeps food in my mouth.
I have a question.
Uh-oh.
I don't read sheet music.
Oh.
And you keep using the word I don't know. What is timbre?
See, this is what happens. Speaking of devolving, so I'll give you an example. A bright timbre, if I were to sing, heart of my heart, I love you. Very bright timbre, very strident almost. Heart of my heart, I love you. Warmer, thicker
real people. Before we do our last little round of applause, let me remind you one more time about the gallery show tonight here to close this thing. Wine and beer for everybody and a chance to mingle around some more. That's from 6 to 9 tonight. Y'all come.